guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gunjan Daga, and in today's video we're going to talk about charcoal dust. This is a very common thing that a lot of you on Instagram you've actually asked me. Those of you who've seen my work before, you are very well aware that I use charcoal dust for all of my blending, and those of you who haven't yet seen my work, I'm going to attach the link to my Instagram profile in the description. Do visit my page. Okay, now coming back to the point, charcoal dust is one such element that I believe all of you charcoal artists, especially the beginners, you guys should be very well aware of few things before you jump into this particular thing. Okay, now you can use any charcoal dust. Here I'm going to use the Brewstro dust. I've been using it since quite some time, and there are few tips and tricks that I want to share with you. The beginners, hear me out very carefully. Okay, this might be very useful to you guys. Okay, so the first thing, whenever you use charcoal dust, make sure that you do not use it straight from the container, okay, or straight from the pack, because you won't get the space to pick up the charcoal. Okay, so this is my personal advice. What I have been doing since so long is that this is a small container that I have, and in this I pour some amount of charcoal. I do not pour a lot, I just pour some amount of charcoal, and then I use charcoal from this for all of my work. Okay, few of you might be making this mistake of pouring charcoal dust on a separate piece of paper while you're working. Please don't do that, because you're going to create a lot of mess. Okay, and as you know, charcoal is already such a messy medium, so you have to be very careful when you work with dust. Okay, now the second thing that you guys have to keep in mind, and if it's your first time that you're going to use charcoal dust, make sure that you check the grade, the tonal gradation of your dust. Okay, now this dust is from Brewstro, and this is like pretty rich in pigment. Okay, so this is pretty dark. Just be aware of the grade of your dust. Okay, now the next point that I want to share is, whichever tool that you're using for blend, I use a lot of brushes for all of my blending. So these are few Hauge brushes that I use. What I do is that take some charcoal, and before using this directly on your sketch, always dab it on your box. Okay, this is a very important or you can say it's my personal advice that I'm sharing, because I do not want you guys to apply a lot of charcoal on your sheet. Okay, because once you've applied it, there's no coming back to your light tone. Okay, so always take up some charcoal and dab it before you come to your final sketch. Even if you're using a paper stump, just follow the same procedure. Okay, get rid of the excess dust on a rough piece of paper, and then you can start your work. Okay, now the next thing that I want to make you guys familiar with is that whenever you take some dust and when you apply it on your sheet, you will always see some amount of dust which is left behind on the paper. You see this dust? Make sure that with every progressive step in your sketch, you keep getting rid of this dust, because if this dust goes here and there, then it's gonna leave stains on your work. Okay, and we don't want to spoil our work, so be very careful of this. Blow away the excess of dust which gets accumulated on your paper. And there is one last piece of advice, that whenever you want to cover a large area of your sketch with a good dark tone or a medium tone, whatever it is, but if it's a large area, use a tissue paper. Okay, make sure that you make a clean fold of your tissue, and then you take the dust in this manner, and then you use it for your larger areas. So these are few tips that I've shared when it comes to using charcoal dust. I hope you guys have found this useful. So thank you so much for watching the video, guys, and if there's anything else that you guys want me to talk about, let me know in the comment section, and do subscribe to my channel. We have a lot more interesting videos coming up. Thank you so much, guys.